realize that gooning releases your vital energy, your creative energy. Again, when we think of gooning, it's an addiction. And I want people to understand that gooning is not natural. Our society plays it to be natural. It's not natural. To me, the way I see pornography, it's like a button. That button stimulates that drive, that sexual drive. And pornography can ruin that. It will ruin the natural drive. And take me for an example. I hate to mention it, but I'm not afraid to say it. I was a gooner too. And it's not easy to overcome the gooning addiction. So the gooning addiction, sometimes you got to keep doing it until you're like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. I want to change my life. And it's like any addiction. When you do it too much, your body starts to decline and you start to realize that, man, I can't do this anymore. And that's transcendence. You go beyond that addiction and you realize that this no longer stimulates you. So you got to really understand and be honest with yourself. And sometimes it does take confession to say that I am a gooner. And knowing how the world is, the world has all these distractions that will try to induce you to releasing that vital energy. And that's gooning. But it goes deep. It goes deep. And sometimes you have to keep doing it until it changes you. And I think that's why a lot of drug addicts, there's a point of their life where they keep doing it and they do it to the point where their life just turns around. And they're like, I don't need this anymore. I want to change for the better. And when you make that decision to change, when you confess with your mouth and say, I want to change, I don't want to do this anymore, and you tell your mind that, because it's all in the mind. The reason why you get aroused is because you want to relive the same pleasures that you felt before. So in order to stop, sometimes you got to keep going and doing it, but at some point you got to make the realization that I don't want to do this anymore. And that happened to me. Again, through my experiences, I was a former gooner. I used to goon like no tomorrow. It was like three times a day. But at some point I was like, man, this is ruining me. And I stopped. I stopped watching porn because I knew that my addictions were getting bad. And yeah, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy getting over that. That's why I'm saying that it's important to realize and be honest with yourself. And it's okay. Sometimes you need to talk to people. And this is something that, took me a while to express. It took me a while to get out there. And yeah, I've been goon free for about, I think 3 years, or actually 3 years for not watching porn. Goon free. I've been, I think, 8 months. 8 months. The more that you don't goon, the more you become more aware of your creative energy, and you have this deep connection with divinity. And it's abstract. It's quite unbelievable. But it's true. And I know everybody's experience is a little bit different. But with mine, I think when I stopped doing it, I became more attuned with my divine side. And there are even things where I was able to be in tune with my innocent side. Things that I remembered as a child came back. And it was as if all the dreams that I had as a kid came back as an adult. And now I'm doing that. I'm pursuing a dream of being a content creator. I'm pursuing a dream of making videos where, yeah, I talk about my experiences. I don't want to be counted as a spiritual teacher. I'm more of a person that likes to share their experiences with other people. And yeah, it was a difficult time for me to like get over that addiction. But once I did, that's when I was able to be free from the temptations. And again, those temptations will always be there. The world will try to tempt you. It will always try to tempt you. It will present challenges, obstacles for you to go back to those old ways. But again, it takes a strong mindset to get over those hurdles. So, again, it's a choice. And if you're a gooner, like I was, at some point, you're going to realize that this isn't natural and this isn't normal. And some people don't have the luxury to come out of that. They continue to goon over and over again. So it's up to you. It's a choice. And it's also a God-given choice, because at some point, you're just going to have to like change, or God changes you somehow by elevating your consciousness. So, peace.